Okay, third attempt. Hopefully this is working now. You don't know that, of course, but we do. I feel pretty stupid right now. But anyway, okay, it seems to be working. So let's roll on from this one. So today we're just going to we're going to go move into the upper back and the shoulders a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my inhalation. Remember that point from the solar plexus down to my belly button, just finding that midway point. That's I'm leading like I'm being drawn from a string. You see Donnie Darko? I'm already following the timeline, right? I'm leading from there. Okay, so I'm going to inhale. And now I'm going to exhale. I'm going to drive out every bit of the air, right? Full exhale. And then inhale. Look it up. Palms back, shoulder blades together at the back, driving forward from here. Exhale, collapse everything down, separate my shoulder blades. Backs of the hands together, looking down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And one more in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Lovely. We're going to take that exact action, and I'm going to get a little bit like flowery, dancey with this shit now. Imagine like I got wings and I'm kind of swooping, okay? So as I'm inhaling, I'm going to throw my center forwards, and as I'm exhaling, I'm going to collapse it all down. So I'm going to breathe in and out, and in and out, okay? Now following this action, swinging the arms a little bit more, and now I'm going to forget about my torso and just go into my arms and just keep that action going, maximizing. So from here, so I'm going to give you like reference points, but we're not like hanging out at those reference points. We're going to flow through them. So I go thumbs back, palms up, and then I rotate my hands and bring them to here. So I'm going here to here, here, okay? And you'll feel the whole shoulder girdle start to loosen out. And just chill, shake that for a second. When we think about the shoulder, it's a ball and socket joint, right? There's two joints in the shoulder. The actual only skeletal connection for your entire arm is here. That's the only point. This is a gliding joint. It's not a fixed joint. There's no connection from this to your rib cage. It should slide. If it doesn't slide, you get quite a lot of pain. And this here is like a golf ball in a tee. Can you think of the word? Like a golf ball in a tee, okay? So we'll see the shoulder as two separate units. Two separate units, and we'll try and treat it that way. And then we'll look at the sort of holistic movement of those two together. So now we'll go from that action into our full circles. Big a circle as we can, and then full circles back. Teacups today, Nick. You grab a spare set for yourself in a second. And then we're going to open and close. So I'm rotating my hands. Now, as I'm doing this time, I'm going to focus on my shoulder blades. I'm going to try and get my shoulder blades together, and then I'm going to try and separate my shoulder blades apart. So together, apart. When I rotate my hands, I'm doing that to kind of a greater extension, okay? So I'm rotating my palms, thumbs back, palms up, thumbs down, palms out, okay? Nice and easy, all right? Relax, shaking that out. Now I'm going to grab my old wrist here, and I'm going to roll, 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 and then I'm going to come forwards, rolling the other way. So what are we rolling now? Well, we've actually fixed the ball and socket joint in place, and we're rolling the shoulder blade, which should slide against my my thoracic cage. It should slide against the backs of the ribs there. If you're having pain, a lot of people get pain just in here, right here. So what you do, you take a hard rubber ball, put it on the wall, I bring my arm across, and I press my back in, and then I can use my knees to position my shoulder, and I can actually self-massage. I can get right in there with a rubber ball. That works very, very nicely, as does the exercise that we're going to do in just a moment on the floor. So from here now, I'm just going to extend my hands out. So I'm jumping ahead. I'm going to rotate this hand, and that rotates that one. And then this one turns that one. So I want you to imagine that you're wringing out a tea towel. So the more you can, so I get to here, I'm going to go further, 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 and then come back as far as I can, all right? So you can hear in my voice where I'm really cranking it. Okay, now I'm going to turn my head initially with the action, so with the hand that's turning, or with the thumb that's going up, and then I'm going to turn my head against the action. Lovely. Okay, shaking that out for a second. Right. We're going to lay down on the floor now, laying on my back. I'm going to extend my arms out, and I'm going to do the same thing. Let's leave my head where it is for a second. I'm going to rotate this hand, which rotates that one, and I'm going to come back the other way. You knock over a building there.
That's me.
Okay, rolling one way and then the other. Sorry, I apologize. I'm being a dick. All right, rolling. I'm rolling back. No change there. No change there, right? Rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. So you see this this action here. We should be getting. You should be feeling what's happening with your shoulder blades against the floor now. Okay, so you feel your shoulder blade moving. Okay, now relax completely. What we're going to do now, we're going to move into the neck, and we're going to look at how the neck relates to the rest of the spine. So from here, relaxing everything, like totally relaxed. Keep your back of your head in contact with the floor, but start to look down towards your feet. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now start to look up, 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 up. So up over your head. Now keep going backwards and forwards with that. And I want you to feel what's happening in the rest of your spine. So you see the S bend in your spine sort of collapsing and straightening out. So feel where the connection to the floor is. When you look up, what's connecting to the floor of your spine? When you look down, what is connecting to the floor? Okay, that's where the biggest bend is and the biggest flattening out is occurring. All right, I'm not telling you what to feel. I'm telling you just to feel. Okay? I'm not telling you what to see. I'm just telling you where to look. You see what you see, okay? Keep that going. A couple more of those.
These are very diplomatic this morning.
Oh, mate, just. What the fuck is wrong with me? Somebody must have slipped some drugs in me. Or something. Right, from here, I'm just going to go on to all fours for a second, guys. I'll put my hands in knees. And from this position now, I'm going to sink my chest. So I'm locking my arms in position. I'm dropping my chest as low as I can. I'm going to raising my chest as much as I can. So I'm going to drop, raise. My arms are straight, my arms are locked, okay? Drop my chest, raise my chest. Drop my chest, raise my chest. Drop my chest, raise my chest. Now I'm going to lay down flat on the floor, and I'm going to extend my two hands overhead. Okay? Two exercises we're going to do from here. One, some of you guys may be more familiar with than others. We'll call it the handcuff exercise. So from here, I'm going to bring my hands back as if being handcuffed and then bring them up as far up my spine as I can. Right now, my left hand's on top, my right hand's on the bottom. So now I'm going to come forward, and now I'm going to put my right hand on top and my left hand on the bottom, and I'm going to come up my back. So I'm going 1, 2, alternating, and 1, 2. All right, so that problem we were having yesterday, Nick. This should be like hitting exactly that problem. Your timing could not have been better on that one. I didn't even think of it until this morning to say that to you. Your timing could not have been better with that, okay? All right, relaxing now, but I'm going to extend my fingertips straight overhead. Now this is called LYTW, okay? And it's not because it's the gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever association thing. It's because the shape my body's going to make. So an L is where my fingertips point straight up. Y is where they go at 45 degrees. T is in my Jesus Christ pose. And W, I try and touch my elbows together behind me. Now, the only thing that's going to be different here is I'm not going to let them touch the ground. I'm not going to let my hands touch the ground as I do this. Okay? So we're going to swim. Now, those are reference points. They're not fixed positions. They are reference points. And it's very important people understand this, right? You're going to flow from L to Y to T to W and back to L again. Okay? And it's the flow is what counts. So hands up, L, Y, T, W, and swim. Okay, swim those through. And what's happening? All right, I don't want too many hours now, Nick. All right, I don't want too many hours. Okay, soft. All right. Now, what's happening with your shoulder blade as you do this? That's the question. If you're getting pain and you're experiencing pain, I don't want you to go that far. I want you to stop. Okay, we will do pain. Like pain was yesterday with the squats, right? Okay, we'll do pain.
I remember that.
I thought you might remember that, James. Okay? And Nick will fucking remember that too, right? Okay?
What are you doing?
All right, nice and easy. Lovely. Okay, relax in there. Hands are going, my thumbs are directly under my shoulder joints. And from here, I'm just going to kind of roll all the way up, and I'm going to look up. But when I look up now, see the way my shoulders are hunched? I'm now going to pull them back. Okay? Now I'm going to go down onto my elbows, and I'm going to go down flat. Okay? Lifting my elbows up. I'm going to push myself up. I'm going to look up, my shoulders forward, so I roll my shoulders down and back, bring my elbows down and down again. For one more, elbows up, look up, keeping my hips down, roll my shoulders back and elbows down. Lovely. From there, we're going to get ourselves up to standing. And we're going to grab our teacups. Teacups. So, what do I keep going back to this? I wrote it yesterday, but I've had this phrase. Low cost of failure, high repetition. Start slow, piece by piece, then smooth it out and gradually increase speed or pressure. That applies to learning of martial arts. That applies to exercise. That applies to finances. That applies to relationships. That applies to every fucking thing that you can think of. Right? Low cost of failure, high repetitions. Okay? So in a martial arts context, we can go all out once and then probably somebody's going to have to go to hospital. Okay? Or we can go really gentle tippy-tappy 1,000 fucking times and gradually increase it. If your cost of failure is low, then you can do loads of repetitions, right? So if I thought I could fly, I wouldn't climb up a fucking skyscraper and jump up and flap my arms. I start here and, oh shit, I can't fly. Okay, so maybe I'm not going to go too much higher than that, huh? Low cost of failure, high repetition. So loads this morning. Party's just getting started. Okay, so fuck's sake. I'm throwing me off now. Right, so teacup drill. So we're going to imagine, right? So that the Chinese, the Kung Fu guys used to do this with hot tea. Okay? You get the apprentice in, everybody bullies the apprentice, right? Chefs that pick on the apprentice, fucking laborers pick on the apprentice, everybody picks on the apprentice. So you get the apprentice in, you pour 2 cups of tea, you get him in his horse stance with his hands like, you put 2 cups of tea, and then you get him to perform this action. And if he fucks up, he gets a hot cup of tea. Okay? We're going to do it without the hot tea. When you get brave, you can put that much water in and do the same thing. What are we doing? We're taking the cup, we're passing it behind our back without letting it do that. Okay, I'm going to keep it up. And I'm going to pass it round over my head, back around, and come all the way through. What are we doing there? We're fully rotating the shoulder girdle. Okay, so we're getting the ball and socket joint. It's going to get a full rotation. I'm putting my money where my mouth is now, huh? This is neat vodka that I drink before doing classes every day. Okay?
Actually,
I wouldn't do. Wait, you got some? No, I'm joking. Why the fuck would you say that on camera? No, I don't want to. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Wait till the camera's off now.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, this is inadmissible as evidence in any court of law, right? This is all AI generated. I don't even exist. I'm a figment of your fucking imagination. Okay? So you see when we're doing this. So if you're right, anybody who's brave, there's a little bit of liquid in these ones. It's up to you. Good man. Okay, let me try. Where do I get a towel? I will get you a towel in 2 seconds. Listen, seriously, low cost of failure. Like you spill that, zero problem. I mean, he's gonna fight. We're cool. Okay, so look, take what I want you to take from today, right? I want you to take the feeling of the spine, and hopefully your shoulders feel a little bit loosened out now. I want you to take that teacup drill as an exercise for working on the shoulder girdle. I want you to think about how it felt when you lay down and you moved your head forward and back and you straightened and flattened that S bend of the upper spine. And I want you to remember that LYTW exercise. Everything that we did today is for the thoracic spine and the shoulder girdle. That's what we were working on today. So hopefully you feel nice and loose. If your hips are sore from yesterday, don't forget that we've got our, in fact, yeah, I'll just give you that one real quick. Probably the handiest one from a shitload of squats is this little ostrich walk, which is quite a new one on me. that instead of like a static stretch where I hold this for as long as I can, I'm just going to bop in and out. So I put my heel on the floor, toes to my nose, and dropping my arse back, drops my hands down. And then I step through, heel to the floor, toes up to my nose, that locks the knee. Stick your arm, now don't go down, arse back. Okay, step through, bring your arse back. Step back, arse back. Okay, so hinging at the hip, right? Dropping the hips back rather than bending down. Okay, that should settle everything out. That's all good. Rosa, it saves our sequence. The karate NCT sequence is the only thing I was going to add for you today. But as you're not here, I'm turning this off. Later, staters. Have a good one.